Seems like a lot of sides to this issue. Let's bring in our A-plus panel. Lauren Nanos is here. Always good to see you. Bob Bianchi, Jeanette Hoffman, and Bill Caruso. Bill, I'm going to start with you. Did you play high school football?
I did.
All right. Now, I did not. My son plays tackle football. I hear this story, and I think there are clearly two sides. What constitutes abuse and tough coaching. I think we're raising a generation of wimps, and it seems that we need more tough coaches out there. What do you say?
Players themselves were surveyed and had a problem here, so the school has to address that. They have to do something here in the face of what's been accused.
Point an assistant coach to kind of oversee things and maybe report back. You can't really tell from this report whether he's really just pushing them a little too hard and they're a little too wimpy, or it's really unsafe and he's being abusive.
Do you think we've gone down that road lately, or have we gone down the road of completely overprotecting these kids to shelter them to the point where we have a crisis of coping skills?
I think that the time that you can shelter your kids is when it's a choice between physically protecting them and not. And the time to make them toughen up is when they have a math test, not when they have a football game.
But we don't know.
Bill, listen, I got to have to agree with you on something on the show. Two times today. You are right. We don't have kids with resiliency skills anymore. Now, we don't know the facts of this case, but you're going to go into the world and you're going to be a big boy and a big girl, and you're going to have to compete with people. And it really worries me that we are lowering the expectations of these kids. Everybody gets a trophy. If everything's okay.
And they signed up to play football, right? They didn't sign up for chess club, and we're getting, pushed around. I think, look, if you want to play football, it's going to be tough. You have to band together as a team. You have to train. You have to compete. I mean, you kind of sign up for it when you sign up to play football.
I'm all for tough competitors, but the problem is when you teach kids that they are not empowered to advocate for themselves and that they cannot draw the line when things become too much for them, and that when they're faced with somebody who may be an abusive authority figure, where does it get us?
It gets us. I think he's really being accused of being a coach.
But what you're saying here, though, is there needs to be a balance, right? And if the team combined comes together and says they're a problem, you have to listen to those players. That said, Bill and Bob, you're both right. We need to have some challenges that these kids are able to overcome and being forced to overcome.
Although the tail does seem to wag the dog today, I think more students ought to be listening rather than talking. I think we've lost our balance.
As prosecutor, I can tell you that happened all the time. It was like when you saw the kid doing something bad and you got to know the parent, you knew exactly why the kid was in trouble.
Go to the source.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.